What's up, everybody? I'm Kyle Carlson, and this is the Rollback BMX Podcast, the #1 BMX podcast in the universe, according to me. The opportunity to chat with today's guest came about very unexpectedly, and it was an honor to be joined by Mr. Banzai himself, Japanese BMX legend Shuji. If you've been around BMX for a long time or are well-versed in road fools or other kick-ass things, you know very well who this man is. I joined Shuji at his office in the middle of Tokyo, and we discuss everything to how he got into BMX, how he ended up going on road fools, the difficulties of being a pro rider from Japan, his current job, which is incredibly impressive, and a whole lot more. So sit back, listen up, grab yourself a hot tea or a cup of sake or something very Japanese. This is the Rollback BMX Podcast with Japanese legend Shuji. So normally this podcast takes place in a hotel room or maybe a living room or somewhere grimy, and we're actually in an incredibly nice office in the middle of Tokyo right now with a man that I basically knew as a naked dude on TV growing up who's now some crazy Japanese businessman. So what's up, Shuji? How are you, buddy?
I'm doing very good. How are you doing, Kyle?
I'm awesome, man. I love your city. I'm excited to be in your office. I'm happy to be alive.
Awesome that you enjoy Tokyo, and it is an honor as a Japanese citizen to be said.
So for those who don't know, which I guess is probably most people, you work for Dropbox, which is kind of funny because you're a BMX rider and you work at Dropbox, and working in the BMX world, I use Dropbox all the time.
Cool. It is nice to hear. Please use Dropbox as much as you can.
Yeah, fuck WeTransfer, right? Who's the competitor? Is WeTransfer the competitor?
No, I don't think so.
There is no competitor.
Couple.
So what do you do here? What do you do at Dropbox?
Okay, my job, what I do is I try to grow the online business, business means revenue, in the non-English countries. So a lot of people who already uses Dropbox or who doesn't, first they use it for free, and then they will upgrade. They paid.
And that's the way you make money. You provide the space so you can send and store larger files.
Yes, and we provide premium service to individuals and business users for teams, and we try to grow as much as possible. And my business is people optimize. We have this whole mechanism that people automatically buys online, so my job is to optimize it and make it more efficient.
So what's your background as far as technology goes? Because this is kind of a lot of guys you worked in BMX, now you work at a bike company. Oh, you rode BMX, now you work at a bike company or a clothing company or, how did you go from BMX rider to working on international revenue at a giant technological company?
Okay. First... at college, I studied computer science.
Now, were you younger at college?
Yeah, younger college.
Okay.
And at the same time, I competed as a BMX rider, but I find out I couldn't make my living by riding bicycle. But at the same time, I traveled to USA, all the contests, and had fun. But I couldn't make my living, so I keep working as a computer engineer. Then after that, I created a BMX video label in Japan called Juicy Vision.
Yeah, okay.
And created BMX videos. And after I created 2 BMX videos, I start to have a BMX show, 15 minutes every week on a cable TV here in Japan, which was kind of sports ESPN Japan channel, sports channel.
So is that a pretty big deal to kind of be able to show BMX to Japan?
Oh,
was this channel in all of Japan?
Not all of Japan. Well, but all over Japan, but not the major people.
Okay.
But it gave a nice amount of exposure to some younger people.
Yeah.
I hope. Then I don't know, and since I created the BMX video label, I get to know how to create websites. That was really back in the days before 2000, like it was 1998 or something.
When that was a rare skill.
Yes.
There was no Squarespace. You go in and...
No. So from that time, I was passionate about internet. So that's the start of my internet career. Like after that, I studied how to build web application using PHP and MySQL, the databases, and may have made like web applications for company or my companies too. And that evolves to web marketing. And then I'm a growth marketing person living in Tokyo.
Working for an American company.
Yeah.
That I just found out was an American company. So you always worked? You were never just full-time BMX rider?
Oh, no, never.
Okay.
Never.
I mean, did you have desire to and it just wasn't possible? Or was it just... Was that because you were in Japan?
Oh, I will say because I was not great enough to live it up as a bike rider. I wanted to earn my living by riding BMX when I was in the 20s, like especially in 24, 25, 26. But after I created my video business, BMX video business, I realized I can, if I make video and send and the shop buys it, and also I send the invoice, they'll wire me the money at the end of the month.
Yeah.
So that is way easier than in terms of receiving money, that is way easier than getting a check from the sponsor. I haven't received pretty much any check from the sponsors. When you got sponsored in Tokyo or non-American company, not many sponsors pays you.
Yeah. I think it's been fairly recent that a lot of riders from overseas were treated as real pros. Real pros as far as on the actual pro team, not just on through the distribution. Mm-hmm. You know, I think for the longest time, it just didn't really seem to happen. It seemed like you almost had to be in the United States of America. I don't know if that's a product of the internet. We're all kind of local now because the internet exists. You know, it kind of doesn't matter where you are. But how did you get into riding BMX in the first place? You're from Tokyo originally, right?
Yeah, kind of. I was born in England.
Really?
Yeah.
How long did you live in England?
Just 6 years and a half. And
oh, wow. Okay.
After that, I'm in Tokyo for my entire life. And I started BMX when I was 12 when I was in Tokyo.
Are both your parents Japanese?
Yeah.
Okay, so just in England for work? Or
yeah, that's
okay.
It. I wish one of them are Occidental people, so I get more good looking. So I might be more popular among the ladies.
There you go. So you moved to Japan, to Tokyo when you're 6. And when did you actually first start riding BMX or get your first BMX bike?
When I was 12.
Okay. So did you know you wanted to ride freestyle or what was it?
Oh, I wanted to jump. I wanted to...
Had you seen people doing it or what made you want to jump?
Oh, I saw E.T., the movie E.T.
Okay.
Yeah, that was inspirational. That was cool to me when I saw that when I was 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, BMX jumping. And I thought... At the age of 12, my shitty bicycle got stolen. So, and I walked around a department store and saw this BMX, and asked my dad to get to buy BMX for whole week. And I thought with this BMX I can jump like E.T. That's the inspirational. That's the basic motivation, and it stays the same for till now. Oh, I still love jumping.
Still love E.T.
Yeah, still like to go to a planet that ET might lives.
Of course. So you get this bike, you want to jump. I'm assuming there weren't skate parks or anything. So were you building dirt jumps, or what was your initial plan?
We built dirt jumps, and after dirt jumps, we get into flatland freestyle.
Yep.
And went to and there was a bowl over an hour bicycle ride from our places.
That was made to ride and skate, or just like a ditch?
It was made to ride for skate.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a official skate park.
Okay.
Probably
first in Japan or something, right?
Kinda, yes.
Okay.
So we went there like, I don't know, like once a month or something. So I went and get into like ramp riding. And that was way fun for me than doing flatlands.
Yeah.
So I get into like rampage stuff. At first it was only vertical. And then it streets born, and mini ramps and jump ramps, or the park riding was born.
So were you building ramps, or was there anything near you?
I attempt to build one ramps, yes, but I tend to ride like close, some ramps close to my house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were they like skate parks?
Oh no, it was back in the days. It was not skate parks. It was like handmade ramps.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. And one day, later after that, it evolves to skate parks.
Okay, so what year is this? When did you first start getting into BMX? I think ET was 1986.
98.
Did I make that up?
No, it was close, I guess.
Because for some reason that's in my head. I was born in 1986, and I think ET, but I think ET was probably early 90s, because I think I kind of remember when it came out.
No, I think it was like 1983 or something.
Okay, was it?
4. Yeah.
I like that the internet exists and we could just Google it, but let's just keep speculating.
Yeah.
So early 80s, you're getting into BMX.
Yeah.
So when all this is going on, it's turning into the late 80s. You're riding these kind of handmade ramps.
Yes, handmade ramps, like handmade dirt jumps.
Were there a whole scene of you guys riding them, or were there many BMX riders in Japan at the time? Because BMX is so new then, still.
Yeah, it was a small scene, but there was like contests, so all the riders around Tokyo get together at every contest. So that's
awesome.
Yeah, we're like small.
Good sense of community.
Yeah. We had wonderful communities, wonderful friends, and there was like a park called Komazawa Park, which was like kind of like a like a mecca of BMX back in the days.
Okay.
So when we want to really ride, we go there, and there was like always somebody riding.
Nice.
So it was, I love that scene. It was great.
So at what point did you actually first kind of think you want to be a pro or start, I'm assuming when this was going on, you were working hard and you were probably getting better than everybody, right? That's kind of how it usually starts in a situation like this. So did you know that was even possible? You could potentially get sponsors and stuff, or was this unheard of in Japan?
Top riders has sponsorship from a distro
in Japan.
Yeah, in Japan. And
was it Motocross International back then?
Yeah.
So they've been around a long time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Motocross International has been like, I don't know, I can say like, they built the BMX scene or the foundation of the Japan BMX industry.
Yeah.
So,
so they were the ones sponsoring
the
best riders. Did they end up sponsoring you then?
No, not really. No, I got sponsored by a GT.
Okay.
And that was another distro.
Yep.
Then I start travel and I won the Japan contest when I was 21st years old, and then I start traveling to USA to attend more contests.
Okay.
Then I thought like, maybe I want to be a pro BMX rider, and that's what I thought. But like then I thought to myself like when I a year before I graduate college, I thought to myself, what I want to do? Do I want to work or do I want to ride professionally? And of course I want to ride professionally. Then I thought, who is riding professionally? Back in the days, there was like Matt Hoffman, Dave Mirra.
DMC.
Yeah, DMC. Jay Miron, and they were the only guys like I saw riding professionally. Then I compare myself to them, and I was like, oh my god, I'm like way below them. So like, oh my god, so.
They were the ones that were making a living. Those were the ones that were buying houses. Actually, yeah.
So that was my like back in old days BMX story.
So from that point on, you knew riding was going to be more for fun.
Yeah.
But you still traveled and competed and lived it up.
Yes, and I dreamed myself to be a professional bike rider back in the days. I really craved it. And I tried to find a way to move to USA. But, well, it didn't happen.
So whenever you were in the USA, it was just on trips?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I remember you always, from my oldest memories, riding for McNeil. So you ride for GT. Did you ride for GT and then McNeil, or were there more in between?
GT, and then certain area I got unsponsored.
Okay.
And then I start riding for S&M. Oh, and after S&M, I switched, moved to McNeil.
Which had to be kind of cool for you, because you're talking about how Jay Miron was one of the guys that was making it, and then you're riding for his new brand.
Yeah, I was like, he has been my hero, super big inspiration.
Yeah.
So it was amazing.
Do you stay in contact with Jay?
Oh, not really.
He seems to be doing really well.
Yeah, I saw his like furniture.
Yeah, dude.
I follow him.
I never knew Jay super well, but I have a lot of friends that knew him well that are older than me, and they all say like, no, people are buying his stuff. It's super high end. He's super happy. So I hear he's doing really well.
Oh, nice.
Which is awesome. It's so cool when somebody has a way out that's positive, you know?
Yeah. Wonderful. And oh my God, all of his furniture looks so beautiful.
Yeah.
I wish I
think it's just a guy like Jay Miron that has that burning passion. You take that same passion that made him one of the greatest BMX riders of all time, put that into making furniture, less injuries and some incredible results, you know?
Yes. I feel like that's one of the important thing I learned, or we learned from BMX. Like we as a BMX rider, we imagine a new trick, we create things, and we practice and we challenge things all day, and that needs a lot of tenacity, resilience, and you get beaten up, and you have to like keep standing up and iterate and try as much as you can, and you be successful. But like you can, outside of BMX, it's the same thing, and not many people has the same tenacity, resilience as like pro BMX rider has.
Yeah.
So like it's one of the key to be successful outside of BMX, I think.
I mean, I'm sure you do as well. I'm sure we all do. But I have friends and people I grew up with that don't really have that passion that we all have for BMX growing up, you know? And it's like, if you don't have that for something, I just like, life seems kind of weird. You know, people that just kind of go to school for whatever, play video games, work a bullshit job, just like, man, that sounds like such a bummer.
Yeah, that doesn't sound interesting.
So, okay, so you come to the US, you do some competing, riding for GT and whatnot. How did you end up on Road Fools?
Oh yeah, Road Fools.
I think that's what a lot of people know you from.
Yes, doing a lot of crazy stuff. Yes, I at my first trip to USA, a contest on USA, it was like 94-5, Florida, Contest of Love by Play Clothes and Chuck Bikes. And I met Marco Massey from Props and Dave Freimuth. Is
that when Freimuth was working for Props at the time?
I don't know.
Oh, but they were all in the same neck of the woods. Yeah. Yes,
and Chris Fry, and I met them, and I got an email. I received a business card of Marco, and I start emailing, start bugging, and and they're like down for me to like visit their house.
Yeah.
And I think a year later, on the year end, I crashed at their house in Chicago and ride at Scrap Skate Park, and they were doing like Rick Molly at the year end, very year end. They went to Rampage to interview Rick Moritano.
Yes.
And I did the interviewer, and that is my like very first nice connection with props.
Okay.
And then I keep like visiting their places like I think at least once a year, and we start to hang out a lot. And when Road Fools came out, I emailed so many times to Marco, like, I want to be on Road Fools. But first, like, Road Fools, before they start planning Road Fools one, Marco emailed me about the idea of Road Fools, and he asked me, do you want to come? Like, oh no, my work is so busy now. It's like I
had no idea what it was going to be. One of the most iconic things in all of BMX.
Yeah. That was the true legendary event. But I'm like, I was totally honored that I get to join, and had so many fun and learned a lot from Road Fools.
Just from spending time with so many different characters in the bus?
Yeah, like, especially, I thought I am a crazy Japanese guy.
Yeah.
Like, in Japan, I'm a crazier person compared to the average. I don't know what's the average, but
I was going to ask you about that as well. I'm walking around and everybody's in their blue suits going to work and waiting in lines at the subway, and I'm like, and this guy's getting naked and jumping into big pools and stuff. Anyways.
When I joined Road Fools, like, I thought myself is crazy, but like, there's even more crazier person on the bus. Like, yeah, Chad DeGroot, for example. So like, they opened my mind so much.
I could be crazier.
Yeah. All the guys are wonderful.
Yeah. So how did Mr. Banzai first come to exist?
Because the Road Fools was in the Halloween season, Marco emailed me like, don't forget to bring your alter ego. But like, with my English ability, I didn't understand what's alter ego. So like, what is that? So okay, let me buy some, I don't know, costume in Japan, and brought it. And at day one of Road Fools, Lee showed up with a Captain Idiot suit, and I thought, oh my god, I should wear my costume now. And I dressed up with the costume and start riding, and the camera said, who are you? Like, I'm Shuji. Like what's your name? Like, and I didn't have Mr. Banzai name in my head.
It was just a costume at first.
Yeah, it just came out. Like, I said, I had to say something, and Mr. Banzai.
Well, it's stuck. When is the last time Mr. Banzai made an appearance?
Pretty recent. This year he made an appearance. Yes, and I don't know, 1 or 2 years ago, Rick Moritano had the 50 years birthday.
Yeah, and
I sent a video message with the Banzai suit.
Oh, so you still have everything?
Yes, I do.
That's a very important thing to have.
Yeah, that will stay with me to the grave. Oh,
that'll live long past the grave with the internet and everything. It's do these people you work with at this nice company in this nice building know about Mr. Banzai?
No, they don't. I don't think so. But they know I'm crazy.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's good. That's pretty interesting. What's your relationship like with BMX these days?
I ride not every weekend, but I ride like, I don't know, 4 or 5 times in a year, and I go to trails.
Yep.
I stopped competing it at the contest I think 2 years ago.
Okay.
Because
So you were actually competing 2 years ago.
yes,
How old are you now?
I'm 46 now.
So you were competing at 44.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you. I didn't compete in the senior class. I competed in the open class where like Rim and other kick-ass guys attend, and I made to the finals. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like when I ride anywhere, I can't stop pushing myself.
In a dangerous way, like you need to relax, or
I don't know, like I don't get satisfied if I don't like do my 120%.
yeah.
So at skate park, well, I don't want to eat too much shit and get injured. So, and the contest was very like mentally stressful for me, like two years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was.
You were unable to just relax and be like, no, I'm just an adult man with a job having fun. Like,
yeah, no, I was like, dude. I don't know.
you still got that fire.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Still, the fire never burns out.
No,
I guess.
no, it never disappears. Yeah, no water can make it disappear.
So you still get on the bike occasionally, though, and you still go. And,
and I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
I really appreciate I can get to like jump on the BMX even I'm old middle-aged dude and have fun.
What do you think of seeing guys like DMC turning 50 and doing 900s?
Yeah, that's
Like,
insane.
It's so crazy, man.
So crazy. I have nothing to say but respect.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Matt Hoffman too. He goes high
Well,
on the vert.
even Bestwick. Bestwick's still
He's at the top.
like, and he's like insane.
Yeah, so insane.
It's even like I know there's a pretty big age gap, but like Nyquist I think is 39. Van Homan's 39. Van just turned 39. Like, and these guys are still like legitimately top of the game.
Oh yeah,
So
that's amazing.
kind of crazy. But what do you think about the BMX scene in Japan these days? It seems like it's kind of about to blow up. There's some, especially with young Rim.
Yeah.
Rim is killing it.
Yeah.
You know, obviously Flatland's always been strong, but I don't know if you know Yumi, who rides for Fit. Real creative street rider he's pretty popular in the United States right now.
Oh, cool.
He's on Fit Pro, but he lives in Tokyo.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's
Yes,
like we
I
talked
know
about
what you mean.
earlier. Okay.
That's awesome.
So what's your take on all this? Does it seem to be booming?
Yes, it's booming. Like especially Olympics ignites the whole boom, and it's wonderful. Like now when you turn on the TV and Visa shows some commercial and Rim is in it, like as a hero in the Visa commercial in Japan. Amazing, which never happens in the history. Like,
Do you think that's because of the Olympics? So they're pushing
yeah.
Rim? Okay.
yeah. And also like not only Rim, but I went to the park riding contest a month ago, and there was like unknown like teenage guys riding in the finals, and they kick ass.
Nice.
And glad I didn't compete there. they progress so fast, so
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Like, they don't get hurt. You progress faster, you don't get hurt. Like, the injury that would have the average adult man out for a month and a half has them out for an hour. you know? But it seems really good. What's your take on the Olympics as a whole coming to Tokyo, coming to your city? Do you embrace this, or is this gonna be a big mess?
Oh, definitely. In many perspective, I only see positive things. On the total Japan economic side, oh yeah, huge plus. And as a BMX scene, yes, more people get into BMX. Like even like now, like the awareness of BMX to like the people in this country or even the globe is increasing. That's wonderful. So, more people getting know BMX, more people ride BMX, then the business will increase. Then more top riders can earn their living. And not only that, but after the athlete career, there'll be more options for like the pro riders or the former pro riders. So that's nice. It's a nice growth.
There's already been a lot of guys that have fallen into pretty good jobs.
Oh, yeah.
That otherwise, I don't know what they'd be doing. And now all of a sudden they have 6-figure jobs, you know?
Ooh.
This is fantastic, you know?
Very nice.
Yeah, which is awesome. And BMX,
Yeah.
so unheard of, you know?
Yeah.
But it's nice when there's a light at the end of the tunnel, you know, and there's something positive.
Oh, yeah.
A nice way to wrap it up for guys that didn't go to college like yourself and don't, you know, end up doing all this stuff. Have there been any new skate parks or anything popping up around Tokyo based on Olympics?
Oh, yeah. There is a nice, like, concrete skate park just opened, like, pretty close to Tokyo, which is in Kanagawa.
Okay.
Yeah, it's looks marvelous. And a couple of years ago, like, there was, like, huge concrete skate park, like, in Tokyo opened. And they're, like, skate parks, like, building in Tokyo area, not in the whole Japan. Like, compare this situation to like 30 years ago, like when I
you're
started.
Building weird handmade ramps and
like the environment is totally uncomparable, wonderfully nice.
So I have a message from Lee Ramsdale, Captain Idiot himself, and Lee says, "Ask Shuji about crashing some Land Rovers." Do you know what he's talking about?
Yes, I do.
Can you tell the story?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I think that. Oh yeah. Okay. We had Props and I. We arranged a passport tour, video shooting tour in Japan.
Okay.
So we had a couple guys, Chris Arriaga, and Edwin De La Rosa was on it, but he couldn't enter Japan.
Is that when he got stuck in, like, they wouldn't let him in the country? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's crazy, man.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
And Losi, Stu Johnson came out, and we had like 3 Land Rovers.
Land Rover sponsored the trip.
Yeah.
Okay.
At that time, like, Land Rover sponsored my TV show, and they rent me a Land Rover for like 4 years. So
wow, that's fantastic.
That was nice. So we get on a Land Rover and travel like all around Tokyo, but on the highway, on the way to like Nagoya, I think, like, I just crashed into a car in front of me with the Land Rover.
Just completely on accident? Like what?
On accident.
What? Did it ruin the car?
Yeah, not totally. We could like continue the tour, but it was not a good looking car. Like high expensive car turned into like a ugly face, but still expensive car.
You're out there marketing the brand. You're supposed to be driving these sexy cars, making them look cool, and it's all smashed up.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that really
were they pissed?
Not really.
Nice.
They are super generous.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
they're probably so well insured too.
Oh yeah. that is They already has all the insurance
well taken care of.
And another thing, like one day, like Dave Frymouth and Alistair Whitten came to Japan. McNeil sent them in Japan, and we drove like all around Japan with my Land Rover. And one day I got too drunk. Alistair drove my Land Rover, and after that night, when I woke up and turned my Land Rover on and start to drive, there was lots of lights beeping in the dashboard, and there was like lots of warnings. And well, we did some wild riding.
With Alistair behind the wheel. Yeah. He had to train to be a stuntman, I guess, right?
Oh yeah. That explains he has the dream job now.
Oh man, he's doing great too.
Oh, wonderful.
So you crashed their cars and ruined their cars, but they kept sponsoring the show
and
everything was good.
Yes, so like I can appreciate now they're like one of the best sponsors on earth.
Now you got to go buy one to show them the love back.
Oop.
Or not. Or ride your bike to work every day like an adult man.
Oh, yeah.
That's the way to do it. How did you end up getting on McNeil in the first place?
Jane came to Japan like for a bicycle trade show.
Okay.
Like interbike stuff.
Yep.
And he was doing shows like at that time like motocross carried McNeil.
Okay.
And it was new back in the days, and he asked me to ride for McNeil. So, wow.
So this is like when the brand first started, correct? You were one of the first riders.
Not really. I didn't say yes right away, and after that, like John Heaton, Alistair joined, and seeing them, oh my God.
That was a great team.
Yeah,
Great team.
what a kick-ass team. And I said, oh, I'm on McNeil. Jay, can I ride
Please,
for you?
does the offer still stand?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think back who else was on there. I see BB a bit because BB judges the FEAS events.
Oh,
Remember, he was one of the first guys on, I think.
Yeah, yes. And amazingly, Ruben Alcantara.
Of course.
Yeah, Nick Hasley.
Yeah, he was really good. Dom Mock.
Oh, yeah, Dom Mock. Ooh.
Did you ever go on trips with all those guys? Was there ever any... was it McNeil Sobey at the time?
Yeah.
So there was money. Money existed to go on trips, right?
I think so. I don't know.
Lee also told me... Actually, throw it back. So these guys are over... Jay was over here for a trade show. Segue into this. Van Homan told me the last time he saw you was at a trade show and you were naked.
Yeah, so I got naked many times.
Can you explain what happened? Do you know what I'm talking about with the story Van Homan was telling?
Yes, I think so. After the trade show, we went out having a dinner, and in front of it was a restaurant in the mall.
Okay.
And at like 5 o'clock or something, like 6 o'clock something, the fountain, like there was like a crazy water action on the fountain in the middle of the mall. And I think like Aaron Boston, like though many people say, "Hey, Shuji, there's a water!" And oh my God! And I ran to the fountain.
Were you drunk?
I don't think so.
That's weird.
I can maintain my
insanity
with alcohol or without, no problem. So, yeah. And I ran into that fountain without taking off my clothes, and had a nice cold shower in front of public.
In front of the entire mall.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do they deal with that in Japan? Like, people are so uptight here, it seems like, and now you're bathing in public.
Yeah, I think it was like too unusual, so nobody don't know how to react.
Yeah.
So nobody called the police, so that's cool. If I was naked like almost like 30 minutes ago, I'm pretty sure somebody called the police.
Still be in prison today.
Yeah.
Mr. Ramsdale also told me to ask you about your first time in the United States.
Oh my God, that was the contest of love.
Is that the Florida contest?
Yeah,
when
Florida
you met Marco
contest. Yes.
Was Lee there? Did you meet?
Maybe.
I didn't get any details. Lee just said ask him about his first time in the States, so I didn't know if there was a story.
There is. I drove from LA to Florida with Sean McKinney, Chad DeGroot, and other guys with two.
That right there sounds pretty goddamn crazy.
Yeah, it was. We didn't stop at. We didn't have any like rest stop. We just stopped at when we pumped some gas in the car, and
that's insane.
Yeah, and it was just only 48 hours drive from LA to Florida.
And that was your first time in the US. So you land like this is supposed to be someplace cool, and then you're just miserable driving through the middle of nothing.
It was one of the memorable thing is driving through Texas is so long.
Oh my God, yes it is.
The scenery doesn't change. It was desert all the time. And it just took 12 hours just to drive across just one state. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And on the way back from Florida to...
So you drove back to LA as well?
Yes, that's the only way we...
Well, you're going to Japan. You could have hopped on an airplane.
Oh, yeah. What a wise choice I made. On the way back from Florida to LA... we got stopped by a like border patrol thing in New Mexico.
Okay.
And the driver was asked like, is there like foreigners in this car? And the driver like said, oh, there's one Japanese in the back. And at that time I didn't have my passport with me.
Okay.
Because I was planning to I had my passport in the Brazilian embassy at that time to get a visa to visit Japan after USA.
So you flew to the USA and then left it at the visa. Or left it at the embassy.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I only had a copy of my visa. So like of course the border patrol thinks I'm suspicious.
Which is weird in New Mexico because they're looking for Mexicans. They're not looking for Japanese.
Yes. Yeah. I didn't say like, oh, yo necesito trabajo. Dame dinero. I didn't say anything.
So what happened?
And the border patrol said, hey, pull off the car. Here. You come inside. And I got took inside and there was like 4 guys watching me and says, hey, why you don't have a passport? Like, oh, and I was explaining, I'm going to Brazil and have my passport in the embassy. And I think I pronounced Brazil wrong. Like, okay. I didn't say Brazil. I think I said Brazil. Like, which sounds like bra. So it took like...
Well, and they're living in New Mexico also, so they're probably not cultured at all. They probably have no fucking idea where Brazil is. You're the first Japanese man they've ever seen. Like, I've heard about you on TV.
So it took me, I don't know, like 10 minutes or something to make them understand.
And then they were okay?
Yeah, then I was okay.
That's good.
Yeah, otherwise I was being in the jail without any doubt.
That just put you to death.
Yeah.
The first time I ever drove to, I drove from, maybe it was Denver, Colorado to Austin, Texas. And it was like what you were talking about. And this is before iPhones and stuff. I think I was 18. And you hit the Texas border. And I'm like, fuck yeah, we're almost there. And we're like 10 or 11 hours from Austin. It's so far. And we got pulled over. And we had a van full of a bunch of people. And there were fireworks. And I think probably booze. Some guys probably had marijuana.
Sounds wonderful.
And my buddy was with us who kind of came on the trip with me. And he is from Hungary. And he was illegal. But he was living here. He was living in the U.S. His family came over. They moved over when they were 8 because Hungary was shitty. Shitty economy. His family moved to the United States illegally. And so they pull us over. And there's maybe 10 of us in the van. And they're like, we want IDs from everybody. And he's like, what the fuck do I do? You know, and he's lived in America his whole life, but on paper he's not supposed to be there. And the ID he gave them was like his middle school ID, so it was like an 8-year-old school ID when he was like a child or whatever. And I'm just sitting there like, fuck, man, you're getting deported. Like I don't know what to say. And then the guy just came back and gave the IDs, and he was like, you guys are good.
Oh, cool.
Like, wow. Okay. I think you're doing a really bad job, but that actually benefits us right now. So, so okay.
Oh, and then, good for him.
And then he married our buddy's sister illegally, so fraudulently. So now he's a citizen.
Oh, nice.
Doing great.
Wonderful.
Also makes high-end furniture like Jay Miron.
So, cool.
Yeah, but so Texas is a bit of a crazy place. But anyways, what's next on your agenda? You know, as far as Dropbox goes, you want to work here the rest of your life?
No. My career plan is to be a international growth guru. What I see, like many Japanese people here can grow the Japan online business for certain companies.
Yes.
And I also met and I see many people in San Francisco, Silicon Valley, who can grow the English business, English internet business. But I want to be a person like who can grow non-English business worldwide. So that's the challenge and the opportunity I have in front of me that I can get to do in Dropbox. And that is one thing. I'm excited. And other thing, like I want to like provide like smile and courage to like 1 billion people till I die. So that's why I write books, books, or speak at a conference, or do whatever to bring some positive things to others.
Well, that's nice. It's better than being an asshole. If it's one way or the other, you got to go that way. So what are the countries you work with here? You talk about growing businesses.
Okay. Now I'm focused. A month ago, I was trying to grow the business in Japan, or in APAC, Japan, Korea, Singapore, Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Australia.
Okay.
But now we're focusing on Japan and Germany.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. Then when we find a way to success, like I like to expand to other countries.
Yeah. How did you learn English so well?
3 things. I was born in England.
So, did you learn Japanese and English as a child?
I think so.
Okay.
When I was born in England, I spoke and write English.
But was your family also speaking Japanese?
Yes.
Okay.
So both of my English and Japanese was weird. So, but it worked.
Yeah. That's all that matters.
Yeah. And number 2, I keep studying, and I travel USA for America for bike riding contests. That helps me a lot. And third, I fell in love with an American lady when I was 26, and that helped my English a lot. So that's the main 3 reasons.
Is that your wife?
No, that's
Nice.
not my wife.
Nice. So you fell out of love at some point.
Yeah, that's the 3 main reasons for English.
Yeah, it's a good trait to have, and I mean, you're good at it.
Oh, thank you.
It makes life easy. I can tell you to order my food.
You can order your drinks.
I just point to the beer and I'm like, bring me that, please, as big as possible. You have 2 kids now?
Yep.
2 daughters?
5 and 9, 2 daughters.
What are they into?
They're one is in a school, and another is in a play school. Yeah. Oh, they are into. I don't know.
What's fun? What do kids like these days?
You
gonna make them ride BMX?
Oh, they're into Legos. No, they don't ride BMX. Oh, BMX is too dangerous.
Not gonna let them?
No.
There's weird guys that get naked in fountains in BMX.
Yeah. They see their father too many times riding BMX and acting weird, so they stay away.
It's respectable. We were out the other day and ran into a bunch of people riding flatland, and there were a bunch of there was a girl that was 8 who was really good.
Wow.
And it was so cool.
Cool.
And there were a couple of them. There were these Japanese kids, and I mean they all had to be under 10. I feel like an ignorant American because I have a hard time telling how old Japanese people are, especially the women. But one of the girls said she was 8. God damn, she was legit balanced. I'll show you a clip when we're done with this. But it was man, there's kids can start young. But
yeah.
I don't know. I guess I understand why you wouldn't want to push your children into it.
No, I wish they find something that they can be passionate with.
Yeah.
And I believe that doesn't come from parents. I think
you're right.
Yeah, they have to find by themselves.
If it was that easy, everybody would be professional at something they like and whatever else.
Yeah.
What do you think about young Rim Nakamura?
Oh my God! Yeah,
he's really putting Japan on the map for BMX these days.
Oh yeah, he rides so great, and not only that, every time he amazes me, how much velocity he has on his progress. Well, his dad and I were same age, and we've been friends. We've known each other for a long time, and I've seen him when he was I don't know.
Was his dad a good BMX rider?
Oh yeah. He's a hardcore street rider,
really?
BMX rider.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay.
Yeah. He's awesome. And yeah.
Talk about picking your passion for your kid.
Yeah, that's another way. Yeah, and he the speed of his progression is amazing. So
he seems to really enjoy riding BMX,
Oh,
and I like it. He
yeah.
seems to have a lot of fun.
Mm.
And it's nice because especially when you get to that highest level, some guys are very, very, very serious, which I understand. But Rim really seems to still be having fun. It's a real positive thing. But hopefully, I can see him being one of the biggest BMX riders in the world, just because he's almost winning he's capable of winning right now, and he's 16. So if the progression keeps up, by the time he's 18, he should be on quite a few podiums, and just kind of like good looking young kid, has fun, exciting. You can market this kid like crazy. Big sponsors are already backing him. Like, this kid could actually do something really big for BMX, specifically in Japan, but could be kind of changing the game,
Oh, that would be wonderful. I'd love to see that. And I think he can make it.
Yeah,
he can pull that shit off.
Yeah, I hope so. Do you stay in contact with a lot of the guys you grew up riding BMX with out here?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Does some of them still do BMX stuff from time to time?
Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, and I think many of our friends like went to go see contests. So the contest will be a nice reunion.
That's nice.
Yeah, and we ended up drinking and have fun.
Of course. Make the kids do the hard shit.
Yeah,
Just have some beers with the boys and talk about when you used to be crazy. And...
Oh yeah, and so like that is one thing I didn't imagine the joy I received from BMX back in the days. Like, I was just a serious bike rider, wanted to do some cool tricks, but like I couldn't imagine how fun it is after being a serious rider, but like having fun with all the friends.
Yeah. Yeah. What if you had to pinpoint one, and this will be difficult to do, what do you think your the highlight of your time in BMX was?
Oh, highlight of the time. Well, Road Fools 3. Yeah. Road Fools 3. That time, that era, is my fun time. And a nice progression time, I think.
It's funny how much bigger being in Road Fools was in the grand scheme of things than like winning a big contest or something like that. You know what I mean? Everybody remembers Mr. Banzai, but nobody can tell me who won the X Games that year. So I think whatever you're doing is working.
Oh my God, yes. Since going, I only could attend the contest once or twice in a year that day, because I was working full time as a computer engineer or something, and so and I thought to myself, every time I go there, the competition is so hard. Even I was number one in Japan, but all the number one riders from many countries come together and compete in X Trials, and they want to get a ticket to X Games, and they were like, oh my God, so good. Colin McKay was one of them, and he that's the time I met him, and we became super great friends. And
is that the one where Colin accidentally became a real pro?
Oh yeah.
Colin told me that story where he showed up with no real plans. He was going to go home, but then he all of a sudden was in X Games and made a bunch of money. Just whoops, okay. Colin's awesome.
Yeah.
All around great guy.
Oh my God, yeah. He's one of my best friends in BMX.
Do you still speak with Colin regularly?
Oh yeah. He came to Japan, visited Japan I don't know, 2 months ago, and he came to my house with his wife, and we had a nice lunch party with nice wines, and it was wonderful.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
he and his wife both do really cool things.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's funny that they're both over here working, doing. It's nice to see a guy like that sticking in BMX. You know what I mean? Having a job and doing everything in BMX and doing cool stuff. And I get to hang out with him a lot. That's good. When people don't have jobs in BMX, I don't get to hang out with them very much.
It's cool that they many not only Colin, Nate, and there are many successful people after pro. So it's wonderful to see.
It's nice, and I like to try to highlight that. I'm really impressed with everything you do as well. I know you've worked all along, but it's not as fun to talk about. But there are a lot of guys that aren't.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of guys have a hard time finding their way out, and it's really nice to see guys like Colin and his wife, both working at Vans, kicking ass, having a great family. Like Nate, like you said, like yourself. It's like Van Homan, I think, is on that train right now, moving to Tokyo and doing the Olympic thing. I think and hope that's his ticket to the next step in life. His ticket to lifelong success. So it's really great to see that. You can only hope that for everybody.
Oh yeah. It's wonderful, and I think many BMX riders who everybody has a high tenacity and a strong resilience. So I think if anybody can think they want to do it, they can do it. I really think so.
I think everybody has tenacity and resilience, like you said. I think what gets people is just a lack of realism, understanding what's, you know what I mean? Like you said, you went to the contest and you were like, okay, I'm going to work. I think a lot of people kind of think it's going to last forever, and it gets scary, but you just kind of got to be realistic.
Be realistic. Yeah.
Being realistic's not fun, but you kind of got to do it.
Yes. Not fun, but important.
So who's your favorite BMX rider of all time, Shuji?
Okay. Okay. I'll say my favorite rider when I was like 13 or 14, Rich Segura.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't even know who that is.
Oh my god, you don't know that? Oh, he was in all the magazines. I watched freestyling BMX action and all the videos, and
How do you spell his last name?
Rich Segura. Rich
Segura.
Rich Segura.
Where's he? What's his nationality? Is he American?
He is American. Yeah. He always, when he ride for Harrow, and he always had the coolest color coordinated Harrow bike. And this dude.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Rich Segura. And these photos.
That's what you grew up on?
Yes. And I don't know what year. I think it was like around 2000. I met him in Woodward, and I introduced myself, and he said, "Oh, I'm Rich. Oh my God, you're my hero." Like I said to Rich, "You're my hero, Rich. I've been looking your photos and videos like from 12," and he said, "Oh, you're my hero too." What? You know me? Like, of
really?
course. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's cool.
That is really cool.
That was really...
Either it's really cool and true, or that's a good way to play that conversation.
Yes. And yeah, I would do the same thing if somebody does the same thing.
You're my hero. I love you too. What's your name again?
No, not the last name, first name.
Yeah, no, of course, yeah. Who's your favorite Japanese rider of all time?
All time. Oh my God. I'll say Kazuo Okada, Taisho.
Okay. Yeah.
We used to ride a lot together and compete a lot and travel a lot together to US and spend a nice amount of time, riding time and quality time with him. So, yeah.
Good lineup. I think it's awesome that you're kicking ass and still involved in BMX, even as loosely as you are.
Thank you.
I think that everybody will be psyched to hear that if they didn't already know that. But
I don't know how many people knows about me who's listening to your podcast.
I think anybody
over
my
40.
age or older, anybody over 30 maybe. It's not road, Mr. Banzai. Hey, is Shuji your real name, or is that a nickname?
Real name.
Okay, Shu-G.
Yeah. That's not legally spelled. Legally spelled is Shuji. That is written on my passport. Okay. But like if I write like SHUJI in a contest application,
Shuji.
yeah, nobody reads like properly.
Yeah.
So write
So-
it like something
That's funny.
weird.
Makes sense.
Thank you.
Shuji, I really appreciate the time, man.
Oh
This
my
has been
god.
fun.
Oh yeah. Thanks for having me. And
Any special message to the world?
Love yourself and love others, maybe.
Unless they're assholes.
Enjoy being an asshole, maybe.
There you go.
If you're an asshole.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
All right, that does it for this week. Big thank you to Shuji for the time. Be sure to follow him on Instagram at Shuji, SHOEG. If you're lucky, Mr. Banzai might even make an appearance on there occasionally. And until next week, just remember, it doesn't count if you don't pull the rollback. See ya.